Hello everybody, it's been a long time since I've done a video. Been pretty busy. We had a kid this summer and I didn't have much time for projects. I did do some projects, you know, most of the time it was against the wife's wishes, so those got me into some trouble, but I tried to make them quick so I wasn't filming. So anyway, I've got a little extra time now, so I've got a little project I'm going to do. We got a airbag kit we're going to throw on the pickup, so we got a Firestone 2071 is this kit, and they're pretty universal, fits on Dodge, Chevy, Ford pickups. Mine's a 97. You'll just kind of have to look on the website to see if it fits your pickup, but pretty straightforward. I'm excited about doing it. I'm just going to show you in the kit before I do it tomorrow, because it's like -5 outside, and as you guys heard in the old videos, the garage burned down last year, so we're working out in the elements, but whatever, we'll be all right. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough, right? So, this is your bottom bracket, goes right over your U-bolts for your leaf springs that are there. Sits like this, and this sits on there. There's a bolt through the bottom. Comes with these 2 airbags. They hold 5,000 pounds each, or 5,000 pounds together, I think. I'm not gonna be hauling anything that heavy anyway. I got it mostly because we got a pickup camper and then a boat for the summer that we're gonna kind of haul around, do some camping and some fishing. So anyhow, this is the top. These are both covered up here, and then this just sits in there like this somehow, like that. And then these couple spacers here, these are gonna go opposite of these, I think, and that'll be on the bottom side of your leaf springs. And the bag of bolts, you got these long carriage bolts. Those are for your to mount it to the leaf springs or around the leaf springs, and then you have more carriage bolts that actually go through your frame. Hey, so I'm out here doing these air springs this morning. I just wanted to tell everyone where I got them. I get most of my parts at Full Force Diesel. It's a good website. They always have fast shipping, good customer service. So yeah, anyway, the first thing you're gonna want to do is to just pop your tire off, kind of get a look at what you're working with. Basically, here's my 5th wheel rails. See this little indent here on these OBS Fords, so your bracket is going to line up on either side of these, so I think I'm going to be fine as far as the rails go. The only other thing to worry about is just make sure there's no fuel lines or electrical wires or anything that are running on the inside of your frame, and I think on the passenger side I'm okay. The other side I'll have to be careful for the fuel lines, but looks pretty good over here, so I'm going to get it lined up there and start drilling holes probably. Alright, so I got them set up here. My pickup does not have overload springs, so I don't need the spacers that come with. Basically, there's clearance there. And as you can see, my pickup's kind of sitting at an angle, so all you gotta do is just kind of get this square, because this is all gonna square out when you moving and stuff or whatever. So you just gotta get this square, use a level if you can, and then mark your 4 holes and drill them. Okay, I got them all tightened down. I did cut the carriage bolts off underneath because they were pretty long. I didn't need that much hanging out and I didn't want it to somehow rub something, so cut those down and then went back and just got those as tight as I could with a socket and a wrench, and so I wasn't just relying on the impact. But pretty straightforward. I'm gonna run the wires, or I mean the hoses. I think I'm gonna go through here and actually go up and under everything to my gas cap, fuel cap. The instructions say to run it back like by the license plate, but I have another pickup in mine, goes to the gas cap on that one, and it's really convenient, so that's what I'm gonna do. The only other thing, as I read the instructions afterwards, of course, they said to just make sure that there's 1.5 inches from the edge of the frame to the middle of your bolt hole, because you could use those spacers to get it more centered. And mine, luckily, to the middle of my bolt hole is about 1.5 inches, but you could just err on the side of caution and put it more in the center of your frame, just so you don't weaken your frame at all or anything like that. But it is what it is. I put it where I put it, so I think it's gonna be okay. So I drilled 2 holes here. As you can see, I'm just gonna take the hose and run it from this side, then run it over there to make sure I have enough. Okay, ran it under the pickup from the other side. I've got my fitting pointed that direction. So now, as I understand the directions, they're just push together fittings. So you just push it into its spot and it should not leak. The inlet side's also pushed together fitting, and then it's just threaded. So you can come up through the hole, thread it on, and then push it onto the back. That's it. I am gonna test this side before I do the other side, just to make sure that I don't have any leaks before I put that tire back on. But I wanted to show you guys this air compressor I got. It goes into your cigarette lighter, and basically that's what I'm gonna use. I didn't buy a onboard compressor, so just a little compressor works pretty good. So I'm going to take this soap and just spray it around my connections. Make sure I don't have any leaks. Okay, got the holes marked for this side. Same deal, got the tire off. It's getting a little colder, but we're getting there. Got the second one on and aired up to 75 pounds. Looks good. I don't have any leaks. I sprayed them down, so everything seems to be working. I'll put the tire back on and go inside. Pretty cold. I took the pickup for a drive, and I really liked that it seemed a little firmer, I guess, just driving it around. And I set them at 20 psi, so you can do whatever you want. I guess the more air you put in there, the firmer your ride's gonna be. They say to leave at least 5 in there so they don't ruin themselves. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.